What's good, YouTube? It's your man BG Tech Life. As you can see, we got the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5 on deck, and we got to answer some questions. It's 2 weeks later. First question I'm gonna start off with is, do I miss my S23 Ultra? So YouTube, it's your boy BG, and like I said, we got straight to that question because this actually replaced my S23 Ultra as my big phone. I'm lucky enough where I get to carry multiple phones, guys. So I have a big phone, then I have a small phone. I like minimal, then I like the behemoth phone. So my S23 Ultra was the big phone for a long time, about 6 months. And now the Z Fold 5 is here. And I wanted to try something new, honestly. I get to the point where it's like, yo, I've been carrying this no ultra type device for a long time consistently, and I've tried folds on and off but never really transitioned because I'm the type of guy that's scared of change. I really decided to make the change to this Z Fold 5 and really switch it up and put the S23 Ultra down. Don't try to use it beside the Z Fold 5 or anything. It was a little different this time. I will say this, my use of the S23 Ultra actually pushed me towards the Z Fold 5. Most of the things that I do on phones, smaller devices, and I'll say phone stuff, because phones are so good that you can do tablet, computer stuff on them now. But when I'm doing phone stuff on phones, which is 80% of the time, I like to use a minimal phone. S23 Ultra is so big, it's a behemoth, and it was kind of like tall, wide, heavy, so just not really comfortable in my hand like my Z Flip 4 was. So a lot of times I just picked up the Z Flip 4 instead of the S23 Ultra. But when it was time to do some real work, when I decided I wanted to do some real work on the phone, when I wanted to break Canva out, when I wanted to bring LumaFusion out, I picked up my S23 Ultra. So I was like, wow, if I'm doing the phone stuff on minimal phones and just grabbing the S23 Ultra for the more intense task and tasks where I want a bigger screen, I might as well try Z Fold 5. I'm gonna say, because I didn't have this year, one thing that I noticed different, I didn't have to make a battery life concession on the Z Fold 5. So at this point, I'm not missing the S23 Ultra because the things I did on the S23 Ultra were more intense, were like I said, programs like Canva, LumaFusion, content creation. And who would turn down this screen for content creation over a regular phone screen? I'm grabbing this specifically to utilize the S Pen and utilize the screen size. And honestly, it's because I use two phones. A lot of the stuff that I would do on the front display of this device, I actually do with just a more minimal phone. I've always carried multiple phones, so that's just me being honest and transparent about my real life use. The S23 Ultra is a beast. The cameras on the S23 Ultra are a beast, but honestly, I never utilized them to their full potential. I'm not really a photographer. I'm more of a creative on the phone using different software and stuff like that. I'm not the guy that's outside always taking pictures and things of that nature. So when I'm speaking on this device, I'm talking about my personal use and the things that I do. Now, who is this device for? This device isn't for everybody. It's a very niche device. There's a lot that can be done on this device, but you actually have to want to do it. Because if you buy this device and you have no real use for it, or you have no idea what you want to do with this phablet, you're gonna feel like you wasted your money. Because if you're doing regular phone stuff, regular remedial phone tasks on this device, and you're not doing anything else, then there's no reason to have something like this. When I get this type of device and the type of money that you have to spend on this device, however you go about getting it, you have to find a use for it. You got to make it worth your while. If you're just doing phone stuff and not trying to do anything monumental on the cell phone, this is definitely overkill. This is for somebody who likes to do things on cell phones that you would normally do on a tablet or a computer, and that's when you really feel like you're getting the most out of this device. But there are all type of individual use cases for devices like this, and I think everybody has a different need or want for a device. So if you just want this device and you really don't want to use it, but you just want to show it off, fine, that's fine and dandy, things of that nature. That's still a purpose. You know, I feel like a lot of times we got to think about what we need and what serves our purpose. So somebody that buys a device like this, you definitely have a big purpose that you're trying to serve. But 2 weeks later, my decision to move to the Z Fold 5, I actually found myself like kind of really getting into this device, really getting it set up, and just learning everything that I can do with this device to make my life easier, to make my workflow easier, and then just to be amazed at the technological feats that these manufacturers are able to pull off these days. But I would encourage anybody that's looking at a device like this, think about what you're getting it for, what you're utilizing it for, and is it worth it? Because it's definitely an investment, and you definitely want to feel like you got your bang for your buck. Think about what you're doing, what you need, and what you want. It's your boy BG Tech Life. Thanks for watching. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. I'm out. Peace.